I'm Joe Oracle, and we are going to do some tarot readings today with the Thoth. It is a Thoth Reader's Course, so we're going to do some tarot readings with it. And since it's a Reader's Course, let's do the actual reading. So we have a question about the mom's job. So VE wants to know if the mom's going to get a job within the USA, or is she going to move outside of the current country? I'm assuming USA, I don't know. Is she going to stay in her current country, or is she going to move back home to where some of her family is and get a job there? So VE wants to know what can she do to keep her mom currently in the current country and get a job, because I guess apparently she's not happy with her current job. So we have change, the two of discs, the two of pentacles, pleasure, the six of cups, star. Now star is guidance, right? You have that star, it's brightly lit and all that. It's illuminating and guiding you somewhere. And also think of it as a trip. That's turned upside down. That's why they are. Tower, the big major change. Interesting that we have two big major change cards, right? Well, one big change, one, nice change. And then we have science, reversed. So what is science? That means labor, work, but it's also doing work that you're really, really good at, or you have a lot of knowledge and you're very proficient at that. So that's science. You're proficient at that job. And that being upside down means you're not proficient at this. Maybe it's a new job or a new opportunity. And that's how I'm going to currently kind of read this, right? So let's let our intuition kick in for these two segments here. Nice change. So the nice change, I think, means she has that opportunity to have that. We're going with the duality, the snake eating its tail, the snake eating itself, and the two opportunities. That's my reading about that. And it is discs or pentacles, meaning money or job or earth related. We have two opportunities, and that clearly illustrates the job here and the job there. So we're currently sort of filtering this into double opportunities or two opportunities, and the choice that she's going to make is going to be a nice change or a pleasurable change, and something's going to come out of it. So she's going to choose something that is pleasurable. So pleasure, happiness. So her choice is going to bring about success, basically. So that's encouraging that the choice that she makes brings about success. So the duality of the situation, and she does make the correct choice, and the choice comes about as something that's positive. Now, star, here's the confusing part. It talks about guidance, or it talks about clear vision, or clearly knowing what to do. And that being reversed means to me sort of this muddled vision or a cloudy vision as to which one of these choices will bring her the pleasure. And it's confusing because there are a lot more factors. When this is reversed, to me, that means there's a lot more going on than meets the eye, or there are many more factors involved than the simplistic question that we have been presented. So it looks like there's more factors involved with this, and it looks like the choice is fairly cloudy or muddled, thus the star is turned upside down. Now the star is facing sort of up, meaning facing downward for, in my opinion, an earthly or something that's more earthly grounded, something that's going to bring her more money. Now, it looks like that she's in store for the tower, which is obviously drastic, big change. So we have the two choices of changes, brings about something pleasurable. The pathway is not very clear and it's muddled, but it looks like tower is going to come in and make the decision for her. Does that make sense? So tower sort of makes the decision. In other words, something big changes, something big is going to happen that is going to guide her and fix this muddled confusing, upside down star situation, and the big event is going to make her decision for her. And it looks like the decision is for her to go into a different type of work. So again, science upside down, labor work, being good at what you do, being a master at what you do, being very good at that particular field is upside down, meaning that she's going to be forced into, or she's going to have a big opportunity into a new type of career or a new type of work. And that work is going to be successful because we have two majors sort of migrating this big time success or this big time pleasure bursts into these two majors and lands into a situation to where she's working on something she's not familiar with or a different type of work. And again, the muddled, not very clear vision moves into a big changes. So that means that if your vision is blurred or your vision is obscured and it's confusing, then this takes over and makes the decision for you. The big changes makes the decision for you. Something big is going to happen, something obvious is going to happen, and it's going to be that she has an opportunity to move into a work that she's not familiar with, and that's going to be a successful work. Because, why is this successful? Because of pleasure. The change graduates into pleasure that's going to be emotionally satisfying. You mentioned in your email that she's not emotionally satisfied. It's going to be more emotionally satisfying work. The change leads into more emotionally satisfying work, and it's going to be a different type of work. So that is my reading for VE about mom's job. So let's go do one more real quick. So the next reading is for JC. It's a job reading, but JC is heavily depressed, basically. Heavily depressed, can't find a job. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the material person, proud of his accomplishments. He's standing in the field, you remember? So this is pentacles or discs, right? This is pentacle or discs. We're looking at a job opportunity coming because we're ending in wealth. So we're looking at a job opportunity coming. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the job. So looking at the depression, you can see the depression in the moon reversed. Then we have the universe, the world, high priestess, and then wealth. So you can see that material proud of accomplishments. This has sort of gone away. The proud accomplishments, the looking around at all the awesome things that you have accomplished has sort of gone away. And it looks like you need to get it back. That's part of the depression. You're not in this situation here. You're not the knight. You're not proud of your accomplishments and excited about the things ahead and looking at the positive. You're in that depression. And you can see that depression from this dreamy, muddled, reversed moon. So critical change, dream. So you don't have the critical change. You're not looking at all of the things that you've done. I think that you had a life or a sort of a success in the past that you can be proud of. You have things that you know, you have things that you do that you can be proud of, but it's convoluted by the reversed moon, by you just being in this depression, in this muddled, weird area that you're in, to where you've lost that perspective that you need, and you need to get it back. Now you'll notice this has a load of majors. Major, 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 right? We have a lot of majors in here. This means this is an important situation for you. It's important for you to get back to being the Knight of Discs or the Knight of Pentacles. Get out of the moon reversed, dreamy, kind of crappy situation of the depression. And the universe, Saturn, is the end of the matter, patience and delay. So it's one of those things to where you're going to get through that. You're going to get through that. So I wouldn't be worried about the job, and I wouldn't be worried about the depression. I think once you start concentrating on the things that you love, or concentrating on the things that bring you your personal power, the things that you've done that are successful that you're currently ignoring, because we can easily do that, right? Because I've been successful with many things, and in some days you just look and you're just like, man, I can't do anything right, right? And so you get into that lull or that reversed moon depression. And you need to find that again. And finding that again will release the Saturn, will release the end of the matter. It will be the end of your depression. It will release that and make everything better and make things better. And once you're out of that, and once you're out of that situation, you have so many unique possibilities that are going to be presented to you, in my opinion. And I say that because we have the High Priestess, or I think that you have a woman that will offer you a job. And the woman will offer you a job, but only after you sort of get through this self-inflicted gunk that you're stuck in. And the woman will offer you a job. And I say woman because we obviously have High Priestess. But that talks about change, right? Behind the veil, hidden behind the veil. And you are sort of hidden behind the veil here, right? With this muddled depression, not looking at your accomplishments, the things you've done in life, your attitude being that reversed moon. I think once you start lowering that veil like the priestess is doing, then people will see you and you'll have the opportunity for change, or you'll have this opportunity for a job that you're currently not presented. And I think the woman behind the veil is going to be the one offering the job. And I say that because it ends in wealth, right? It ends in wealth. It could end in a lot of horrible things. The Thoth is not shy about giving you horrible cards. And the fact that your final card that I drew is wealth means that you're going to get through this and you're going to get that job. The job is going to pay well. But not until you move out of this. So that's basically my reading. Look back at your accomplishments. Remember the stuff that you've done. I think you have successes in your life that you're not looking at. And you're filtering those out in this muddled moon. You need to bring that to an end, release that, and get back to where you once were, the greatness that you once had. Get to the end of that matter, right? Get to the end of the matter. Then the woman will appear, not literally like poof, but I mean, you know, things gravitate your way that you expect. If you believe that you're a nasty, ugly human being, you're going to act like a nasty, ugly human being. If you believe that you're a powerful person that can do anything, that has all sorts of accomplishments to their name, people are going to see that. You're going to present yourself differently, and you're going to have an opportunity that you currently don't have. And that's why I'm talking about the change, or the lowering of that veil and letting the High Priestess, or this woman, into your life. Is going to offer you a job, and the job is going to pay pretty well. It's wealth. You may not win the lottery or whatnot, but the job is going to pay pretty well. So you have to release this in order to get this and this. And that's up to you, you know. And that's your own thing. So anyway, those are two Thoth readings, and I thought I would walk you through my thought process on that and see what you thought. If you like this, we can do more of this in the Thoth series after all the cards are defined and all that stuff. Let me know. And speaking of defined, I have a Patreon. It's true. It's where you can toss me a couple of bucks to help pay for supplies and all this other stuff. So software I use and all that good stuff. So if you would like to jump in and help out, I would greatly appreciate it. My current Patreon supporters, by the way, link in the description. My current supporters are Adam G, Alley Cat, Annie Lamaster, Brianna Santiago, Carmen Gabriano, Carolyn Bouchard, Astro Corey, Crystal McGinn, Daily Empress, Fatima, Galatia 9, Gary Fink, Hot Chocolate, Jessica Mante, John Foote, Kim Wilson, KSW, La Ami, Nee Flowers, Richard Zeh, Shintaro Kuga, Sinai Zamora, Trina Irverio. Thank you so much for being my Patreon supporters. Again, if you'd like to join them, link in the description. And as always, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for chilling out with me in the Thoth Tarot. And we'll see you next time.